Hey everyone, I'm glad you joined me. Well, I'm walking over to my raised bed garden and I thought I would give you a tour of all of my raised beds. My very first upload here on YouTube was when I turned 60 and my husband and I extended the garden and we bought some new garden beds for my 60th birthday. And I'm getting ready to turn 62 in just a couple days, so I thought it was a perfect time to give you an update on how everything's doing in the raised bed garden and also show you some new raised beds that we've added for this 2023 growing season. It's a little bit windy today, but we can work around that. So we'll flip the camera around and we'll take a look. Beds. These were my 4 original beds. And let me just give you some measurements. I bought these from Walmart like years ago, maybe 7 years ago. These are 48 by, if I can do this without falling down, by 48 square. So they are really have been so great. I grow dahlias in them and zinnia and what else? Snapdragons. They've just been great, and I don't think Walmart sells them anymore. I love them, and they're still holding up. I can see some spikes that I need to hammer back down, but they've just held up great. I love them. So, you know, why change it if they work good? These 3 beds here are from Vigo Garden, and I really like these. I like the depth of them. They're really good for like your root crops, your potatoes, your carrots, your beets, your bulb crops like your onions and things like that, because they are deeper. So these are, you can get them in all sizes. This one is 6'4", and I'm watching my camera so it doesn't blow over. I have a brick on my tripod, hopefully holding it down, by 3.5 feet wide. They're called the 9-in-1 modular system. So you could make them any configuration, several different configurations, not any configuration, but several different configurations. I fill mine completely with soil, compost and topsoil. And I top it off with some nice compost every year and a little bit of biotone starter fertilizer or garden tone fertilizer or something like that, just to help out. But I've been very happy with these. These 2 beds here are by Stratco, S-T-R-A-T-C-O, something like that. Anyway, I like these a lot. These are 36 wide, 3 feet wide, which is a really good width, by 46. So 36 by 46. I have 3 of these all together, and they are about, you can see they're buried. I think they're about a foot deep, 12 inches deep. So I like these a lot. They are just nice and compact. They can fit pretty much in any area. I have my cool flowers growing in here, bupleurum and some yarrow. You can see I left a eucalyptus in here, and I've actually been cutting off of that and using it as kind of a dried flower element. In my zone 6B, I shouldn't have left that, but hey, it's, you know, it's working, so leave it. These 2 beds over here right next to the Stratcos are just kind of random. This is a fire ring that I got at Home Depot, and it is, whoops, 36 inches in diameter. I had Galvanized giant zinnias in these. Worked out great. And this one here right next to it is just a random bed that my husband built out of, these are cedar, just fencing timbers. And it's about, let's see, I said I wasn't going to do that, say about whatever, 63 inches, and I know it's 3 feet wide. I grow pro-cut sunflowers in this one. As I said, I grow the Galvanized giants usually, or some sort of a zinnia in this one. Over here, I have 2 more along the fence. This one is a stock tank, just an animal feeding stock tank, and it is 45 inches long and 26 inches wide. So this one's about the same. This is a 2x4 right here. Whoops. Anyway, I know it's a 2x4. Yeah, 2x4. This one I just ordered on Amazon. This one I bought at Home Depot. I had it in another area, so I moved it over here. And I've got Dutch iris growing in here right now, which I just use as an annual for me. So once they're done, then I'll usually grow some pro-cut sunflowers in these, stuff like that. This thing right here, I think actually is a drink holder of some sort. I got it years ago at Tractor Supply. It's 48 inches long and almost 2 feet wide. Yeah, 2 feet wide, but what a great height. Isn't that the greatest height if you had all of your raised beds this height? Oh boy, that's nice, especially when you're 62 years old. Woohoo! 62 years young, I should say. I usually grow my gomphrena in here, and I do not take out the soil because this is a lot of soil, and I don't remove the soil in any of my raised beds. I just add some more compost and some fertilizer to these beds, and that just helps perk up the soil. But the soil looks really good, and a lot of times, well, all the time during the growing season, I can see earthworms in all of my raised beds. You know how they get in there, like this one? I don't know, but they do. So there you go. That makes it really nice, and you feel good when you see an earthworm in your raised beds. This is our newest garden bed expansion. It's outside of the fence, and when we're all done, I'll give you sort of a long view shot of everything. But so fingers crossed that I can keep the critters from eating everything that I grow in here. These are 3 feet wide by 5'7", 5'9", something like that. They're supposed to be almost 6 feet, but you know how that goes. So anyway, I ordered these on Amazon. They're not super great. I mean, they're sturdy enough. They have a center stabilization bar. They're not your Vigo garden beds, but they're not the cost of the Vigo garden beds either. So I just thought they would be fine for what I'm doing. You know, I don't sell my flowers or anything. I give everything away. And I do projects like with the senior center. But I just got bitten by the cut flower bug about 3 years ago now. And I converted everything, all my beds, to growing cut flowers. This year I'm adding back in some veggies. So yay for that. But I don't know. I love growing cut flowers. I mean, if you've grown cut flowers, you know what I mean. Let's just take one more closer look and a kind of a long shot of all of the beds kind of cohesively together. So we're standing outside of the garden fence right now in the pasture. That's what it looks like. I love it. You know, it's not fancy. There's nothing fancy about it, but it's certainly functional. So we're going to walk back through here, and we will just take a quick look again, and then we'll wrap this up. You can see that I've got drip tubing waiting to be put back out in the beds. Drip tubing everywhere. But I'm trying to decide if I'm going to extend the drip tubing, and I'd have to bring it all the way from the hose hydrant there. I'd have to bring the black poly tubing and then hook into it with the drip tubing to go over here, swing around to these four. I think I'm going to give it a year and see how it goes, and then it's easy to add another line, so that wouldn't be a big deal. Here's another one of those Stratco beds, and let me straighten out the camera or turn the camera so it looks straight. Trust me, they are all level. They just don't look level because of the way the ground is. It's an illusion. So there it is. That's a little update on birthday number 62, garden bed expansion. And I'm thankful for every year that I've been given, and I'm thankful for each new year that comes. I just thank the Lord for strength and health, and for both my husband and I, for our family. And so friends, I appreciate you being here. I'm praying the same for you, strength and health and good success for this gardening year of 2023. And until next time, friends, happy gardening. Bye-bye.